Hello everybody and welcome back. This time we're doing part 2 of the Blue collection. In this part we're going to get through the rest of the letter C all the way up until the first part of G. And I wanted to point out something that I forgot to point out in part 1. This isn't the complete collection, it's like 99.5% complete. If we come right on over here, I have this. It's a board that I originally had like scrapbook pictures of a friend of mine and I on it, but eventually that board was just kind of sitting around. The friend and I are still very much in contact today, but I'm like, the board's not really getting used. And then I decided, well, what if I turned it into like a new release board? Like, these are the newer titles that I have. So these are all of the newer titles I have. We got Glass, Escape Room, Serenity, Dragged Across Concrete, which I have not seen yet, but I've been told is really good. Lego Movie 2, Cold Pursuit, Fighting with My Family, Happy Death Day to You, and WrestleMania 2019. I also have these theater displays of A Star is Born up, which I thought was really cool. I originally, when I went into the store to pick these up, I only saw this one. It was in like a bucket of like movie memorabilia. So I'm like, oh, that's really cool. It was only $5, but I'm like, I know it's part of a set. And I flipped it over and the second part was right there to it, so I picked those up. Anyway, so moving on without any further ado, we got Central Intelligence. That was a pretty fun one. Chasing Amy, one of my all-time favorite movies. Chips, I know a lot of people didn't like this one, but I thought it was pretty good. One of only 2 Scream Factory titles I have in my collection. We have Child's Play. I don't own too many Scream Factory releases because they can be a bit expensive, but I had to grab this one, and I am one of those people that does the reversible poster artwork as well. But Child's Play is amazing. It's one of my favorites. Chloe, I have not watched that yet. Christopher Robin, an unbelievably sweet movie. Chronicle, really, really good. Absolutely loved that one. Then we got Chuck, the complete series. This obviously comes with all 5 seasons. This is without a doubt my favorite show of all time. I think it is a brilliant show, and it's got Zachary Levi in it, who I became a huge fan of because of the show, and my favorite movie of the year is currently Shazam. Again, another Theater 1 sheet that I have, and I love it. I saw Shazam twice in theaters. I don't see many movies more than once in theaters, but man, Shazam was great. We got Chucky, the complete collection. This coming with Child's Play, Child's Play 2, Child's Play 3, Bride of Chucky, Seed of Chucky, and Curse of Chucky. All great. I know a lot of people really didn't like Seed of Chucky, but I do. I think it's good. Cinderella, this being the remake, really good. I think Lily James is a phenomenal actress. Clerks 2, awesome sequel. I do own the first one, but we'll get to that later. Coco in this beautiful steelbook. Amazing movie. I absolutely loved Coco. Coming to America, I know that's a classic, but I have not watched that yet. Double feature of Command Performance and Direct Contact, 2 Dolph Lundgren movies I have not watched yet. Contagion, I also have not watched that yet. Contraband, that's a good Mark Wahlberg movie. Cop Out, I like that one a lot. Couples Retreat, wasn't really all that great. Crank and Crank 2, High Voltage. 2 really, really fun Jason Statham movies. Crazy Rich Asians, a beautiful little movie. The wedding scene in this movie is phenomenal. If I ever do get married, I will take the time and effort to make sure it looks like that, because that is an amazing wedding. Then we have the classic Cruel Intentions. Great movie. I do not own, nor have I seen the 2 sequels. Cruel World, really weird movie, but pretty good. Cult of Chucky, this being the 7th one, excellent movie. Triple feature of Cyborg, Death Warrant, and Double Impact. 3 more Van Damme movies. The only one of these I've seen is Death Warrant, but I don't remember too much about it. So then we got Daddy's Home and Daddy's Home 2. These are 2 very cheesy but very fun movies, and Daddy's Home 2 has one of my all-time favorite quotes in it. Don't be like Dad and get in the friend zone. Be like Dad and get in the end zone. That's just a great quote. Thanks so much for the cocoa. Dallas Buyers Club, really, really good movie. Dances with Wolves, I know it's a classic, but I have not watched that yet. The DC 9-film set, I got this for like 20 bucks. This is a steal for what it goes for. Get it? Steel, Man of Steel. This comes with, if it'll focus, I apologize. Phone's been having a bit of an issue with that. Superman the movie, Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut, Superman 3, Superman 4, The Quest for Peace, Superman Returns, Batman, Batman Returns, Batman Forever, and Batman and Robin. The one important thing to learn about this set is that both Superman and Batman returned. The first 2 Superman movies are great. Superman 3 and 4 are just okay. I have not seen Superman Returns yet. Batman, classic movie. Batman Returns, solid sequel. Batman Forever is pretty entertaining, and Batman and Robin is just okay. I don't hate it like a lot of people do. The Iceman cometh. Then we got a triple feature of Daredevil, Elektra, and The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. 3 comic book movies I have not watched. Then we have Dead Again in Tombstone, which is the sequel to Dead in Tombstone. I've seen Dead in Tombstone, and it was just alright, but I have not seen Dead Again in Tombstone yet, so I'm going to have to get on that. Then we got Deadpool. We all know about that one. And Deadpool 2, this being the version that comes with the Super Duper cut. Both awesome movies. I do own Once Upon a Deadpool, and I even own the Pretty Cool Theater 1 sheet for it. But we will get to that later. Then we got the remake of Death Wish, which was a great movie. I really don't understand all the criticism that this movie got. I know a lot of people were saying, well, it came out at the wrong time. Well, be that as it may, no matter what time of the year it would have come out, it probably would have come out at the wrong time. There's always something horrible going on in the world, and it's just sad. But regardless, great movie. We got Deck the Halls. That's a good Christmas movie. Delivery Man. That's also pretty good. Den of Thieves. Excellent heist movie. I hear they're making a sequel, and I cannot wait. Then we got Despicable Me. There we go. And Despicable Me 2. 2 pretty decent movies. I still need to get the third one and Minions, but I'm not in any rush to get them. The original classic Dirty Dancing. This movie's amazing. I have not seen Havana Nights, which was the sequel to that, but I've seen the TV remake that they did of it, and it was, one, way too long. They took a movie that was, this is an hour and 40, right? Yeah, hour and 40. They took an hour and 40-minute movie, and they turned it into a 2-hour, 13-minute movie. Great idea. We got Django Unchained, again, in another Steelbook. Just an amazing movie. Double feature of Disclosure and Fatal Attraction. 2 movies I have not watched yet. Divergent, good movie. I do own the other 2, but we'll get to them later. Doctor Strange, just more great MCU. Domino, this was a really, really good movie. Don John, also another really good movie. And then for one of the most rare Blu-rays I own, Don't Be a Menace to South Central While Drinking Your Juice in the Hood. This is the Echo Bridge release that is the director's cut. This goes for an insane amount of money. I got it for only $3, but it is a good movie. Don't Breathe, that's a solid horror movie. Don't Say a Word, that's also pretty good. That rounds out the don't movies. Then we have Drillbit Taylor, really underrated, highly recommend that one. Drive Angry, silly and goofy, but a lot of fun. Drumline, I've not watched that yet. Due Date, that's a fun comedy. Then we got the classic Dumb and Dumber. and the solid, to me, sequel, Dumb and Dumber 2. I know a lot of people didn't like that one, but I did. I do own the prequel, When Harry Met Lloyd, but that's on DVD. They didn't release that to Blu-ray. I have seen the prequel. I actually think is pretty entertaining. Easy A, I have not watched that yet. Edge of Darkness, great revenge movie. Edge of Tomorrow, not called Live, Die, Repeat, as they liked to disguise that as. An amazing, amazing movie. Eighth Grade, that's another great movie. Empire Records, one of my all-time favorite movies. I absolutely loved this. Unfortunately, this Blu-ray release is only the theatrical cut. The extended cut is available on DVD. It's out of print, though, but I do have it. Enchanted, that's just a Disney classic. End of Watch, one of my all-time favorite movies. Entourage, the movie, great movie. I do love the show, but I don't have the show. Then this is going to be really blasphemous. We have E.T., the Extraterrestrial. And the reason why I say that is because I have never seen this movie, and I still have yet to watch it. I gotta sit down and get to watching E.T., man. Executive Decision, this being the Blu-ray edition. And I say that because it says right here on the back, focus, yes. Rated R, this R-rated version contains material different from the original R-rated version. So I do have the movie on VHS just in case that version is different. I'm not quite sure what is different about it, but regardless, it's a fun movie. Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close. I have not watched that yet. Face Off, classic. Family Guy, It's a Trap, and Family Guy, Something 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 Dark Side. Two decent little specials. I do own Blue Harvest, but that's in with my DVDs. Then we got Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them, and Fantastic Beasts, The Crimes of Grindelwald. Two really good movies. I know a lot of people didn't like Grindelwald, but I really enjoyed it. Fast and Furious, again, another solid Fast and Furious movie. Just a really stupid title. Fast and Furious 6, which was the first Steelbook I ever got. Again, just another great movie. Faster, really entertaining Dwayne Johnson movie. Then we got Fast 5, again, just another great Fast and Furious movie. And then I have this. I got this for $1. This is the Blu-ray Deluxe Edition of Fast 5. It comes with the Blu-ray, the DVD, and the soundtrack to the movie. But the reason why I only got it for $1 is because the CD itself was actually missing from the soundtrack. But that's okay because I have the soundtrack on my phone, so it didn't really matter. For $1, I got it anyway. Fear, a really disturbing movie. Nicole Forever. 50 Shades Darker, 50 Shades Freed, and 50 Shades of Grey. These three movies are pretty ridiculous, but they're cheesy. I actually did read the books. I think I have the books. The books are not very good, but they're entertaining. I gotta say, though, the worst movie of 2019 so far, although I don't think anything is going to pass it, is After. That's the movie based off of the horrendous book by Anna Todd. This is not a personal attack on Anna Todd by any way, shape, or form, but After has probably got to be the worst book I've ever read, and After the movie follows suit in that it is absolutely asinine and ridiculous. I hated that movie. And the reason why I bring that up is because these movies and After have a lot in common. They're both based on books that started out as fan fiction. At least the 50 Shades series looked pretty. Fight Club, that was a classic. That was a tangent I went on, I'm sorry. Classic. Finding Dory, another steelbook that comes with some beautiful looking cards and an otter. I love otters. Great movie. Fist Fight, that was a fun one. Flashdance, one of my all-time favorite movies. Flight of the Phoenix, this being the remake, that was decent. Focus was really, really good. For a Good Time Call, I haven't watched that yet. Forgetting Sarah Marshall, that was decent. Forrest Gump, this is a classic. I have seen this. This is just the new edition. I haven't opened it yet, but I do fully plan on rewatching this again because this is a phenomenal movie. Four Brothers, this is without a doubt my all-time favorite movie, directed by the late John Singleton. May he rest in peace. But Four Brothers is my all-time favorite movie. We got Freddy vs. Jason. It's a great slasher. Triple feature of Friday, Menace to Society, and Set It Off. 3 great, outstanding movies. I don't own the sequels to Friday because they suck. I mean, this is coming from the guy who's got like all the 12 Rounds movies and, spoiler alert, all the Marine movies, but I was planning on getting the other Friday movies on Blu-ray until I found out that Friday After Next has not received a Blu-ray release, so I was like, well, whatever. From Paris with Love, that's a good action movie. Then we got Frozen, really good movie about these people that are stuck up on a ski lift. And then Disney's remake of Frozen, which I actually thought was really weird that they decided to take this version of Frozen and make it a really just like lighthearted princess sing-along. It was really weird, and there wasn't even a ski lift in that one. So either way, it is really good, and of course I am being sarcastic. They're both really good. They're just really two, pardon the pun, polar opposites. Full Metal Jacket, classic. Funny People, really great movie. Furious 7, amazing, just absolutely awesome movie. By far and away one of my all-time favorites. And then I have this version. This is supposed to be the collector's edition that has like more special features or something, but for the life of me, from what I can find out online, there is really nothing that much different about it. But one thing that is a fact is that I do own the posters that contain both of these artworks. We will go right over here. I have a banner that was hung up in a theater, and I have an IMAX one sheet for the movie that I got from an actor. Got that for a really good steal, so shoo. Back over here, we have Game Night. It was a fun comedy. Gamer, I have not watched this yet, but it is done by the two guys that did Crank and Crank 2. Gangs of New York, excellent movie. Now for all the Get movies. We have Get Hard, that was pretty decent. Get Him to the Greek, the pretty decent sequel to Forgetting Sarah Marshall. Get Out, that was brilliant. And I have seen Us. Us is great. Get Shorty, that's awesome. And then the 2 editions of Get the Gringo that I have. The regular one that I bought, and then the one I got for $1, which has more special features. So really, really cool. I'm a nerd. I collect stuff like that. Gettysburg, the director's cut, an insanely long movie, but really, really good. Then we got Ghostbusters, not called Ghostbusters Answer the Call, like this so subtly wanted to make you think it was called, but just the reboot of Ghostbusters. It's fine. It's a fun little comedy. People just get up in arms over stupid stuff. Girls Trip, that was a fun one. Going in Style, that's a decent little crime movie. I have not seen the original. Gods and Generals, the director's cut. I've not seen the director's cut of this. I only saw the theatrical cut. This is the prequel to Gettysburg. But just based off the theatrical cut alone, I didn't like it. I thought it was pretty weak. Godzilla, excellent movie. I am looking forward to King of the Monsters. Gone Fishin', that's a fun little comedy. Gone Girl, which comes with a little book. Great movie. And we'll finish up here with Goodfellas, which is just a classic. And then I bought this for stupid cheap. This is the Digibook, which comes with the movie on Blu-ray, but it also comes with a documentary on DVD called Public Enemies, The Golden Age of the Gangster Film. So I figured for the $3 I paid for it, it was a steal. So that's it for part 2. Stay tuned for part 3, where I take you through this row, which goes through the rest of G all the way until the letter L. So thank you for watching, guys. Have a nice night.